Hello. Today did another run again. Uh, Going to Alabama next. Going to Alabama. I'm gonna get hung by the Alabamians. It's weird today. You know, I, yeah, I've been driving trucks for like 25 years. And trucking industry is nothing but a scam. But there are some trucking companies that are very good if you look really good. Usually, for me, the smaller companies are usually the best ones to go to. You have a They treat you like somebody, to be honest. They treat you like somebody if you're in a smaller company, but sometimes big companies will overrun small companies. I used to work for a big company. I used to work for a couple big companies. They will hire somebody like me. They will hire a freak like me because they're so desperate, you know? It's funny. The trucking, trucking has wore me down. Trucking has worn me down. You know, I've been driving. It's like my whole life is nothing but driving. My whole life is nothing but driving. I don't have time to stop. When you drive, you don't have time to stop. You don't even have time to pull over. You can do your half-hour break. Now they're forcing you to take a half-hour break. They're forcing you to take a half-hour break. And that's not. It's like, what the fuck? My whole life has been non-stop driving. It's funny. I dedicated myself to drive a truck. I wanted to avoid, for me, I wanted to avoid people. That's the whole reason why I drive a truck is I wanted to avoid human beings. I got these fucking trolls accusing me for something I'm not. It's funny that these trolls accuse me for something that I'm not really. This Christian trolls. When I first got out of the army, I got fired at my first trucking job. USA suck. USA suck. You know. I got too hot-headed because I drove in Germany. I used to drive in Germany for 4 years. Then my best friend, I met him in New Jersey because he used to be in my unit in the army. Don't say thank you for your service. Fuck you, Thank you for being brainwashed. That's what the army. That's what these stupid fucks don't understand is. Thank you for being brainwashed. Thank you for signing a contract so the army so the army is allowed to, you're expendable. You're throwaway. Yeah, I drove 4 years in Germany. Yeah, and then I did long haul for a while. I did local in Georgia for about a year. I didn't last too long in companies. I lasted about a year, 8 months for each company that I did. Because I kind of you know, I got sick and tired of their bullshit. Back in the 90s, Back in the 90s, that's so much bullshit in the 90s. But you can get away with a lot of shit. You can write 2, 3 logs and get away from it. That's how you make your money. You don't get no sleep. Yeah, because I remember I used to haul containers back in the 90s. Yeah, 90s. Used to have 2, 3 hours sleep a day. I did that for about 8 months. I couldn't take it no more. 2, 3 hours sleep a day. Some people don't even sleep. So I quit them, and then I did reefer. Do the reefer companies. Did that for a while. That's a big old scam. I didn't like it. I drove for Rollcore. They're out of business. Prime took over them. I didn't even know Prime took over them. And then I finally found one good company. I drove for about 10 years. I was hauling cotton and wool and all that stuff. That was a good job. I had a really good job. I was stable for 10 years. And then I met my ex, and then I went teaming cross country from Pennsylvania all the way up to Washington State. Did that for 2 years. Pick up apples and bring it back to New Jersey. Did a lot of New Jerseys and New Yorks. From Washington and Oregon area. Picked up mostly apples. It was a comfortable run. I liked it. Me and my partner, it was so good. And then I quit that job. And then I drove for, Crack of Dawn. And I drove for them for about almost a year. I got fired from them, from Crack of Dawn. I'm not going to say their name. I got fired from them, for logbooks, or I think for my, logbooks. And then I quit them, and then I drove for Bunch Transport, and they went out of business. I drove them for a couple of years. And then I went back to Crack of Dawn, and they hired me back. Even though they fired me, they still hired me back. So I had to wait a couple of years before I got a job back. And I did really good for 2 years. I didn't do anything fucked up like I usually do. I always fuck up in a company. There's nothing wrong about fucking up. Yeah. And then I joined this company, and they're based out of New Jersey. They're based out of New Jersey. They pay pretty good money. It's like the smaller companies, they can pay pretty good money. They usually get a really good contract. It's all dedicated. So I'm doing a dedicated run. And we have warehousing and all that shit. That's where the money's at. Yeah. They hire a freak like me. As long as I do a great job, as long as I get everything delivered on time, they don't give a fuck who you are, really. They really don't give a fuck who you really are, Most of the time, when I drive trucks, I just drive. And most of the time, when I was living in hotels, I was living in hotels. When I was with Crack of Dawn, I was living in hotels. I didn't have a house. I had a trailer. I had a fifth wheel trailer, so I slept in it one time, and then most of the time I just stayed in a hotel. Order pizzas, and not really get out of the hotel, just stay in my room all day. All I do is stay in my room. I go to work, I watch TV, and then I go to work. That's it. That's all I do. I don't have a life. I do not have a life. All I do is just watch TV all day. I don't have a sexual life. To be honest, I do not have a sexual life. These fucking people really don't know. I don't even care about having a sexual life. Really, that's the reason why I drive a truck is to get away from fucking people like these trolls. You know, these troll peoples. These are the people that irritate the shit out of me, and I can't stand them. You know, I can't stand religious fuckheads. I can't stand buying shit. You know? Every day you're buying something, you're always going to be in a debt. You know, we're just debt slaves. That's all we are, you know? Debt slaves. Even as a trucker, I'm a debt slave. You know? You know. I'm going to keep on saying that. I'm getting burnt out. I've been looking at the people who are disappearing in the parks. You know, I've been looking at that. I'm kind of interested in going to those parks where those people disappear. It's all hikers that's disappearing. You know, they just disappear and they're gone. That's a good question. Where do they go? Yeah, all I do is I like being alone. I always been alone. I've been alone for a long time. I'm like my Uncle Bob. He's always alone, you know. And he's gay. I have a gay brother. He's gay. I come from a military family. Very disciplined family. So we don't talk about that, you know. We never talk about sex in my family, you know. That's why I don't even care about it, you know. I don't even talk about it. I don't even care. Okay, I'm gonna go. Have a nice day.